Shalom. It's a pretty gray day here in Sedona, and it's a gorgeous gray day, and I'm clearly feeling it because I am wearing gray and matching the setting today. So it's Shabbat Shalom, and for those of you who don't know, Shabbat is the time where we celebrate the unification of the world. And so in each moment, all things exist simultaneously as one. In each moment, there is that opportunity to unite the world, and also the understanding that the worlds are already united. So why Shabbat? Why this special celebration every week? It's because we're taking a time out of our physical reality, out of our week. We're taking a special moment and dedicating that moment in time and space, ritualistically, consistently, setting that time and space for Shabbat. It's like an altar. It's like a living, active altar honoring the unification of the world. It's a way that we can use our free will to remember that we are one and to dedicate a special ritual to the deepening of this understanding every single week for years and years and years, passed down from generation to generation. And so Shabbat applies to everyone because this is a world of duality. And I'm pretty sure those of you watching are aware of the power of three. And this is present in you and me. The polarities exist within and without, and when we unite them, a new world is born. So Shabbat is really for everyone. With that said, every week Shabbat comes with a Torah story. It comes with a Torah story, also known as a Torah Parsha, or a Torah portion. And the mystical message behind the words of the parable or story is always of utmost significance. It's that message that we're looking to extract each week so that we can apply it to our lives here and now in a way that is always relevant. So it's like this system used as a reference point each week to be able to see what themes are reflecting the themes of our original creation story since the existence of us has unfolded from the beginning of time. And so whatever Torah story is, for that Shabbat, it is going to be the story that we want to carry with us throughout the week. It's the story that we're going to want to integrate into our present awareness in a way that's very real in this physical reality. And so this week's Torah Parsha is called Parshat Mishpatim. I did not go to Torah study, and I did not look up anyone else's commentary. And I decided to see what I could extract intuitively from my own understanding of just reading the story as it is. And I like this approach, and I'm really enjoying it so far because it allows me more playroom, more intuitive flow. I can really connect to all of the other signs and symbols in my inner and outer world and apply them to this story in a way that makes this story just another part of the whole of life is expressing itself. So this story, whatever message we're going to extract from this story, Mishpatim, is really a story that's being told through everyone and everything in existence. If it's true, these reference points are really in proportion to these original stories, then we should see the message everywhere. And while it is so fun for me to study with others and to read commentaries, truly I can go so deep, and I'm so grateful for the wise words of those who have been studying Torah for years and years. I still find such a joy in pulling out just simply what's inside of me. What it is that I can see. And then when I read other people's stories or hear other people's stories, I can see even more so how truthful the story is. I can see how that information it must be true. Truth is confirmed because I pulled it out of me first. So Mishpatim is the title of this week's Torah Parsha, and Mishpatim means rules or laws. I right away, after reading this Parsha, it's all about, going deeper with the Ten Commandments and the laws that the laws that unfolded after the Ten Commandments, the laws that went along with the Ten Commandments. So it's really quite a list of laws. This Parsha really contains quite a list of laws. And the main point that I extracted was it mentions twice this concept of strangers, that we must treat strangers as native-born. This is the idea that's stressed in this parsha, because Torah is written in a way that it's code. And if something is repeated, it's saying, look again, this is not a mistake. If there appears to be a grammatical error or an error of any kind, it's a red flag. It's a little sign saying, this is where you want to go deeper. This is important. And so I extracted the importance of this parsha to be the message that we must treat strangers as though they are native born. We must know our oneness, and we must act from this place in regards to Mishpatim, rules, laws. But not just Mishpatim, because all I could see was this other word flashing in my mind's eye, Mishpacha. Mishpacha is the word for family. Mishpacha, Mishpatim. Family, rules, laws. But Mishpacha is not just family, it's also tribe or clan, which many of us are familiar with, especially in this day and age, considering we're finding our true clan, blood or not. We're uniting with those of a similar consciousness. And this is the key metaphysical understanding behind this parsha, is that we are one unit. We are one family. And perhaps we haven't clearly defined the word family for ourselves or for our society. But if we truly saw ourselves as one family, then one set of rules would suffice. One set of laws, in consideration of the highest good of all as one, would be all that would be necessary. We would have one set of mishpatim, one set of laws that ruled all of us. And within this set of laws that are built upon unchanging truth of a divine order of which we're all a part, then this set of mishpatim or laws would rule for eternity. They would be applicable throughout time and space forever. And like attracts like, and when we want to get closer to God, we want to become more like God. When we want to get closer to something, we embody that vibration consistently until we move closer to it, because it moves closer to us. This is the great cosmic mirror. And so if we all have these same rules, laws, values, morals, then we'll all meet there in that same place. It will bring us closer, interdimensionally, unifying us, revealing our truth as one family, one mishpacha. So this is my main point about this parsha. This is what I believe the parsha is all about. Family and morals. What is the connection? It's not just about blood. Ultimately, we're all one in every way. But it's about forming that clan, that tribe, like the 12 tribes, but this is the one tribe. Forming that tribe, and forming it by way of forming a system of morals in which we can all find salvation, compassion, understanding, connectedness, one that is simple and makes sense and applies to everyone as we are one. So when you hear those words, mishpacha and mishpatim, family and morals, what comes to mind for you? Perhaps family is not just something you're stuck with, but family is something we intentionally form based on specific morals that are unchangeable in reflection of our eternal truth, our true nature as beings that are actually eternal. And family means following those morals, really sticking to them, and making sure we all stay in check, unifying us in a way that is the Most High. After meditating on this Torah story, it really sank in deeply, because just coming to these conclusions that I've shared with you were really hitting me deeply. But then connecting this, everything I just said, all this truth to the collective, and seeing how that relates to us all right now as one, what we're going through in society today, I really do believe we are coming closer to that new language, right? We came from, the Tower of Babel fell, and we've separated based on all these different languages and things that cause further separation, but now we're unifying, we're moving back together, closer together. And so we're finding that universal language, which is ultimately universal laws, Mishpatim. When we find those laws, it becomes the universal language of love, of life, which leads to one family, Mishpacha. I greatly relate to this right now, not just as an individual, but as part of a collective society and everything we're going through politically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, every dimension. In every dimension, individually and collectively, I feel this is truly, truly relevant, and it is truly the message of this Shabbat, and that is magical. And so that's something that wants to be remembered throughout this week. This is going to be a powerful week. We have the new moon coming up in a couple of days. And it's going to be a new moon where we have a new chance to define what family really means to us and to start cultivating that definition within ourselves so that as we move through this week and we move through our reality physically, the people we come across, the places we visit, the things we do and say and think and eat, all those things will now be in relation to the central message that we implant in our mind's eye and hold on to. Family laws. Family laws. Family morals. What does family mean to me? And perhaps we may begin to see a shift in the way that we think, do, eat, talk, listen, feel, smell, see. All of this, the sensory experience has an opportunity to completely shift in each moment. And when we give it a central theme, it acts as a reference point, a guiding light, a reminder to where we want to move to, what we are moving toward, what we envision to be our true desire that we're wanting to manifest individually and collectively. I hope you enjoyed my Shabbat Parsha today, and I really enjoy doing it intuitively because it allows me a lot more room for play and freedom, like I said in the beginning of this video, to bring in other elements to really unify all beings in this one message. It's not just Torah, it's life. Torah is just one expression of what's all around us and within us. So thank you for listening. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my very gorgeous gray day here in Sedona, wherever you are. Shabbat Shalom.